So this is Mr. Bill Jackson, the chief engineer aboard the SS.
That's Red Oak Victory.
Red Oak Victory.
Originally, she was the USS Red Oak Victory, AP 245. Yeah.
Okay, so did your family originally live in California, or did the war effort bring you here?
No. We're born here. My
Very
two
good.
sisters and I were born here and raised here. My mother came from Alabama, and her father was a Native American. This side now.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you can see all the medals that I earned from the war.
So during the war, did you feel the prejudices and the racism?
Yeah. But I also got to see it gradually changing, you know. But being in other countries where there was no prejudice, see, like in England. See, now in England, when I went ashore, I could go to any English service club. But the American club, they had a little, but they didn't allow us to go there. We had to go to a little storefront or something, you know. That when I'm 22 years old in 1941. See how straight I stood? Now this other is the Southern boy. See the difference between a California bred, you know? Yeah. And this later, after I got my rank, I was a JG. And then I finally got chief.
How long did it take you to become a chief?
Long time.
Long time?
Yeah. It was one of the reasons was because when the war was over, they had so many seamen that they didn't have enough jobs. So we had to stay. If you got with a company, you better stay with them and try to work up. And that's what I did. I finally worked up. Ship I got torpedoed on is this one here.
Oh.
Yeah, the Andrea Lukenbach. She got torpedoed on her way to Russia, but we were going to England first. See? And she got torpedoed here by this guy. This is the submarine commander on 221, U-boat 221. 4 months later, it got sunk with all hands. We lost 10 Navy men and 7 merchantmen on when that ship went down.
And they lost their entire crew.
They lost it, and here they are. Some guy that was listening to me, and he checked the archives and found out what that submarine is. And here he is. No, here he is getting his. There he is getting his Iron Cross and all that. Yeah, it's too bad. He was a nice young guy. He didn't do like a lot of the submariners did. Strafe to convoys, the seamen, or sink the ship. He allowed us to get off the ship before it finally went down, you know, because she was going down, but she was going down slow. So we had time to abandon the ship. And then he came up and he cruised over to where we were and asked if we needed any help. He told us what direction to go. Yeah, that was real nice. And I always mention that because, not all of our enemies were
horrible people. Now, when the war broke out and the Kaiser shipyards came and were so incredibly useful and provided so many jobs to so many different people, do you think that after the war was over and there was no more need to use the shipyards, do you think that that did detrimental damage to this area, or do you think that the wartime effort and the economy that it built
but this was only ships. But what about where they built the tanks and they built all the other equipment? It was the same thing. It kind of phased down. A lot of people went back where they come from. A lot of people stayed and went into other things. They expanded into other things. It was all over the country because up in Maine and Massachusetts and down in Southern California there. A lot of those people stayed, went on other business, started other businesses and everything. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't that devastating. I wasn't here because I was still going to sea. Yeah. But my parents was here and they lived through it. And a lot of the people, you know, got other things to do, to just change their environment. But they had more need for different things because they had so many people. Like when I was a boy, I used to walk down here from the scout camp up in the hills there in Berkeley Hills. I used to walk down to Richmond. And there was not even a house hardly for blocks in there, you know. So anyway, then all these things come. So they needed food, they needed clothes, they needed cars, and then they got the big auto plant down there. You know, so that's what will happen. I like staying, you know, overnight or 2 or 3 nights a week.
Oh, it feels like home, right?
Yeah, it is home. It's I'm comfortable.
You
I got
are.
my television, got an ice box. Yeah, and we always have. I stay when one of the other guys. I stay.
So the camaraderie is definitely still very alive.
That's what makes this ship so important. You know, I made a statement years ago. I've been here 12 years. I mean, this ship has got a soul. You know, and let me show this. Every person that comes aboard a ship, boy, they are so good. Most of them are older, and we get a few younger girls. But I have a list. These are all the people that we have lost that have passed the bar. I call it crossed over the bar. That's a seaman's term for the day. These are all our people. Now, this ship is functions so good because of the thoughts and the work and the love for the ship that these people have. And I keep this with me at all times. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I guess I get sentimental sometimes.
Of course.
Yeah, but I'm just glad. I'm sorry I had to go through, but the thing is, my kids didn't have to go through nothing. All my kids got the best. Oh man, my grandchildren and my children, they all got good education and good living and good health and everything. So it paid off the war. But it was terrible, the war, though. But what happened to a lot of other people. A lot of guys weren't so lucky as I was, you know. But I feel sorry for them, though. But I wouldn't want to see us go to a war like that again. That's devastating.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, people like you and your family make me be not only proud to be an American, but proud to be a Californian.
I am proud of being a Californian. I let everybody know that I see all the ships that I've been on. Here's a list of all the ships I've been on. See, all these are ships. They start from 1935 to 1993.
Jeez.
You know. And look at the days. They even got the days that I served. 11,112 days at sea. This is not counting.
Now, what do you think kids our age in their early 20s can do to help preserve the history and keep it alive?
Well, the first thing you got to hear it, and then one of the things that I want all the young travel, and you girls have did it. And that is what all my kids have traveled. Oh yeah, I made sure they traveled to other countries. You know, a lot of American kids, local kids, never get out of. You know, there's a lot of people that never go to San Francisco. Some of the, you know, that's stupid. You know, they don't. But traveling is one of the best things for our youth. Traveling along with their education. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's why I say I'm pretty content with what I did. But all my kids, I had 2 families. I got a bunch of grandchildren. Like this granddaughter's going to go to Turkey. Her mother must have been listening to me.
Well, Bill, on behalf of myself and my friend, my camerawoman, and my California history class, I'd like to say thank you very much for your service, and thank you very much today for allowing us to do this interview with you.
I'm right behind the youth today. I like to see them. My door is always open.
I gotta tell you,
talk to them.
I thought this was going to be a really dry, kind of boring project until I met you today.